Okay, well today's conference has been pulled together by an organisation called Fixed Protocol Limited. As an organisation, we're very industry driven, and all the themes that have come out from today have actually been selected by market participants who've worked together to pull together today's agenda. So I think three key themes have really come out of today's conference. We've seen the impact of growing regulation and what's coming down the pipeline. We've already had a lot in recent years, but there's so much still to come. We've also seen the growth of electronic trading across the asset class and how the focus is moving away from purely equities, really into looking at some of the growth markets such as the fixed income markets, where we're seeing a real push for trading electronically due to market structure changes there. And then I think the other key thing that we've seen come out of today's event is really a want to understand what the real needs of the buy-side community are and how the automated trading space can work to address those, especially in terms of the need for greater transparency and also the search for liquidity.
And we're seeing that those three things really pulled together by the changes that are being driven by the regulatory framework that's being introduced post the crisis. So in the United States we've got Dodd-Frank, over here we've got EMEA and MiFID II, and all of this is driving swaps trading, be it credit default swaps, interest rate swaps, onto electronic platforms, and those electronic platforms of course need standards, otherwise the amount of work you have to do to connect to them all is very high. We'll see potentially the same risks and patterns that we saw in the equities market, and FIX is working very much with the community to ensure those needs are articulated in the standard.
I think one of the challenges the buy side are facing is this search for greater transparency. FPL as an organisation actually did a lot of work over the last year, really looking at things like execution venue reporting and how we can give and encourage basically greater transparency to the buy side in terms of where and how their trades are actually being reported. And we're now starting to see real drivers behind initiatives like that.
And something that's important for all of the buy side is that costs are minimised across our industry, because ultimately it is the buy side and the end savers, the end investors who end up paying these costs. And standards can play a really important role in minimising those costs for our industry, which means our industry can play a greater role in society by allowing people with pensions to retire on better pensions, with insurance policies to enjoy lower premiums.